Jess T.
Jess T. Right here.
Right now.
On countryradio.uk.
I just wanna slow dance to some more record. Made that type of romance.
Jess T on countryradio.uk, and this afternoon I have the wonderful Dustin Chapman here with me. Dustin, how are you doing?
I'm doing great, and I'm so thankful to be here. Thank you so much.
We're so thankful to have you with us, and it's so wonderful to be able to chat with you and talk to you today. So I have lots of things to ask you. First of all, I want to let all of the UK know who Dustin Chapman is. So I know that you're from Whiteville, is that right, in North Carolina? Yes, and you've been singing for a long, long time. You have quite a story and quite a journey. So I'm going to start off with asking you about growing up. Start from the beginning.
All right. Well, I got into music around when I was 14 years old. Joined choir and got the bug from it from there and kept going with it. And but it wasn't until I was around 17 and I was diagnosed with this rare esophageal disease called achalasia, where I really found that music was so vital to me and my story and what I was going through. So with this disease, basically you can try to eat, try to drink, but it doesn't go down. So I spent many months in the hospital, and I've had many operations all around the United States. But music has been a solace for me through all of that, and it's really helped me raise awareness for this disease, and also helped me write songs that others can relate to in whatever circumstance they're facing as well. So.
Absolutely, and I know that you have done a lot of work for achalasia, and you know, right now there's a lot of unrest and there's a lot of negativity, and that is why I wanted to talk to you today, because you are an absolute shining light right now, Dustin. You are doing something super special and putting out so much positivity and reminding people to see the light, have hope, and I think that's super special. And, you know, after I first heard your song, and we will talk about the new song, Slow Dance, which it has had such an impact here. I have to tell you, family, friends, everyone at the station, listeners, everyone kept saying, who is that and what is that song? And it's turned into an anthem. It is the love song of the summer, and hopefully for the rest of the year, that's how we all feel. It's brought up so many emotions for people.
You just gave me chills.
Just telling you the truth.
Wow.
It really is. It is super special. So I know that you like you say, you've been singing since you were very young.
Yeah.
So there's lots of things I've been learning about you. Actually, you've won awards. I mean, you do gospel music. There's so much to you. You're a well-rounded character and a well-rounded artist. So can you tell me about the gospel music? How that came about for you?
Yeah, well, I grew up in church. That's where I started singing. So that's definitely a huge part of my background and who I am as a person. And so it was just natural for me. And I started writing Christian songs. That was actually the very beginning of my songwriting journey. I woke up one night, I was very, very sick, and the words "Let Peace Come" just came to me. And I got out of bed, and I went and grabbed a notebook, and I went to my piano, and I started writing a song called "Set Me Free." And that throughout it just says "Let Peace Come" at the very end. It just repeats that over and over. And I feel like it's impacted so many people. It really has. And then fast forward on, there was a song I wrote called "Lead the Way," and I actually performed that at a hospital. I was there at the cancer center. I was in the hospital. I was there for an 18-day stay. And I asked the nurses, I said, is there any way, because I really need to write some music. I need to get to a piano or something. And they said, we have one in our cancer center. And I went and I played that song, and a video of that actually went viral, and it spread all around the world.
It did.
It was.
And it was on the national news.
Yeah, it was.
It was, yes. And so it not only showed people who you were in the US, but also gave awareness to achalasia and to the cause and to the disease itself. And it was 5 years ago that you were diagnosed, wasn't it? 5 years ago. So you were in hospital, was that the beginning of this year?
Last time I was hospitalized was the beginning of 2019. So thankfully.
Oh, 2019. Good. Yeah. There has been some time away. Good. And so your musical influences, because your sound, your voice is different. So, what are your musical influences apart from obviously the gospel, which is really apparent?
Definitely Ronnie Dunn from Brooks and Dunn. He's a big one.
Yes.
And then also Keith Whitley was a huge one growing up that I listened to. So I think I have a wide spectrum of influences. I listen to everything kind of. I don't know if you can tell, but there's some like R&B sound in there. There's some like there's everything. I try to listen to everything and try to gain ideas from everything I listen to that I can put into my own music. So
yes, and your music, most of the songs have quite a large production. They're well rounded. I've obviously heard you sing acoustically, but they are big productions, and that's it has a lovely energy, a lovely energy. Do you have a band that you work with? Has that had an effect because of COVID? Have you not been able to do as much?
Well, lately, so my band was actually my college best friends. That was my band. And I was the oldest, so I graduated before all of them. And so I took a break from the whole full band thing, and me and my niece, who is 14, we went around singing at churches, went around singing anywhere, that we could. And COVID did slow that down. This year was the busiest year that we had. We were filled all throughout the year. Every weekend was full, but right now it's slowed down some, but it's starting to pick back up, which we're thankful for.
Absolutely. And it seems to be, so now is the time that you are, releasing Slow Dance. How did it come about? What was the influence for the song? Because honestly, it's, I've got no words. It's just great. Anyone who listens to it knows it's relatable and it's idealistic for a perfect love story.
Well, actually, that song actually came about from a place of rejection for me. I had a huge
okay.
and I had made it very far in that opportunity, and then right before the opportunity was supposed to be televised, I can't really go into specifics, but it was supposed to be televised, and they had said that I was the last person that had decided not to move forward. So it was rough, and they said that my sickness played a big part of me not getting it, which was also very rough. That kind of lit a fire inside of me. I was like, no one can place a limitation on what I can do because I have this disease. And so that night they called me, I grabbed my guitar, I sat down and I wrote that song. And that's where that song came from.
And you've shown them. You really have. And you've also had the pleasure of singing with the lovely Scotty McCreery. How did that come about?
Well, actually, so he's from North Carolina as well.
Yeah.
And I had spent months and months at Duke University Hospital, and this was in 2017. Yeah. And one day they said there's really nothing else we could do. And I was very upset. And they'd also just woke me up from anesthesia, and I was I was loopy a little bit too. But my mom said, what can I do for you? And I said, get me to sing with Scott McCreery. I don't even remember saying it, but apparently I said it. And my mama said, okay, I'm going to make that happen. And she went and put a post online, and it blew up. And he said that he had saw it within 30 minutes that it was posted. That's how fast that it had spread around. And his manager contacted us, and they set up a meet and greet with us, and we sang together, and I got to play my original music for him. And we've actually, we got nominated for an award for that, and it was crazy. It was amazing, and he's a great guy, and I'm so appreciative for him and everything he taught me from that time that we were just together. So
see, that's a good mama. Look what she did there. And what an experience for you. He's a great guy. He's a great guy. You also have, with Slow Dance as well, you have a new music video coming out. And I have to say, that's touched everyone as well, because you've just gone one step further. So the song itself is just, mind-blowing. And then we have this beautiful young couple dancing, really young. And tell me about this video.
So it's my first one I've ever done. And I knew Slow Dance was the song I wanted to do it for because it just tells its own story. It really does. And I think adding that visual to it would just take it to the next level. And so I got up with the producer and he was like, this song, it tells itself. Like, we just need to give that visual for it. So we just need to go along with what the storyline's saying. So that's what the video is going to do. So I made promo videos with my niece and nephew, which I think that's whom you might have been talking about.
Yes.
So that's not the actual video. That's just
the actual video does have a couple as well dancing in a natural environment, and it's simple. But I love the fact that you used your niece and nephew. I love the fact that we had that initially, and it was like, oh, that's so touching. And so it adds an element. Then you've got, it's almost like you see them as adults, perhaps. I don't know. It's just, is that the idea? It's just something about that's beautiful.
And it was really sweet, and I had to buy them like $40 worth of candy to record. But it was great. They did a really good job, and I had a lot of fun. I edited that and everything myself, so I had a lot of fun with that.
Really? You do most. I think you pretty much do everything yourself, right? You're not signed, are you? Everything is yourself, self-managed.
Yep, everything from writing the songs to booking my own gigs to everything. It's all me. So.
And you're doing a great job. You really, really are. You really are. And so you won Gospel Song of the Year. So I mean, you really had the awards coming. A lot of awards.
It's been amazing. So Lead the Way's won awards, and then also my song Plus One has won 2 awards.
Yes, I have that one here as well. And I have to say I love Baby, by the way.
Oh, thank you so much.
Great song.
My best friend and I wrote that one together, and it features him in it. So
it does, and actually your vocals complement each other beautifully. That's a great track. And are you planning to bring another EP out? Do you have any plans for any more music? Because we need more.
Right, I'm definitely getting back in the studio very soon. I contacted my producer yesterday, actually, so I'm excited for that. My next song is going to be one called These Hands, and it's another storytelling song. That's one of my key things as a songwriter. I want to tell a story, and I want something that people relate to. So
that's a true storyteller. That's a true songwriter. You're telling us your stories.
Yes, ma'am. And then I wrote my niece a song for her to sing herself, and she's going to be recording that, and I'll be doing backgrounds for her and stuff. So I'm really excited for that as well. So. That's
really lovely that you're taking her on the journey with you.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
She's a great singer. She's a great singer. I've heard her.
Talented. So I want to showcase her as much as possible too.
Absolutely. So there's more because you, like I say, you're like, there's lots of elements of Dustin Chapman. So I have something here. I've been watching quite a bit of your musical instructor. You're a musical instructor, aren't you? So that's a role that you've taken on. So not only are you producing music, writing music, performing, booking your own gigs, promoting, doing your own videos, but also you are passing your musical knowledge and talent on to other children.
Yeah, that's something I'm definitely passionate about. I want to impart that gift of music into the younger generations and keep it going, especially in the schools, because right now it's getting cut left and right, and that's something I'm so passionate about, because without it, that I never would have got my start in music, and I want to make sure that at least in my hometown that continues. You know what I mean? So
absolutely. And so where do you I mean, obviously with COVID happening at the moment, but where do you usually teach, and what sort of age ranges do you teach?
This year was middle school, so 6th through 8th grade. And next year, I've actually been promoted to high school, so I'll be doing 7th through 12th grade. So
that's awesome. And what's the feedback from the kids like? I mean, is it hard work? Do they listen to you?
It is very hard work, especially because I'm so young. I feel like I might need to get a little bit more age on me for them to fully take me seriously. But
you got the talent. You got the talent, sir. You got the talent.
They respect that. They ask me all the time for them, and I'm like, well, right now I want to hear y'all sing. Let's get this working. But they're like, Mr. Chapman, if we do good at the end of the day, will you please sing for us?
I don't blame them. I do the same. That's adorable. And so do you do that throughout the week? Is that what you were doing as a sort of day job?
That is Monday through Friday from 7:30 to 4:30. So
full-time job singing. Wow. So we do have music to come. Slow Dance is out on your birthday. Am I right?
June 30th. Yes, ma'am.
June the 30th, we don't have long, and I know it is going to absolutely catapult. I just know it. So I'm going to ask you, if you don't mind, would you play us an acoustic version of the wonderful slow dance? That would be just great.
A verse and a chorus, okay?
Absolutely wonderful.
All right.
Coffee in the morning, those fresh cotton cheese, and I'll make sure it's warm, girl. We don't need no more heat, 'cause we can make our own steam. And I'll crack the windows if that's what you like. Or just say the word and I'll draw those lines. And so you walk to the outside. Well, I know that this sounds crazy, but I don't care if the whole world sees, 'cause I just wanna slow dance to some more record and make that type of romance that we'll remember. It ain't about the shiny things or the fancy cars. All we need is you and me, right where we are, baby. We'll just slow dance.
You say, oh. I was dying to sing with you. It's just, what a song. What a song. Be so proud of yourself. I have to say to you, like I said, you really are making a difference, and I want everyone to hear about you and everybody to appreciate what you are doing and how hard you're working, not only for awareness, but for the music, for the children. And I'm going to read something right now. You have a quote which I've been using personally in my professional and personal life, and it's something I think that people should hear and stick by. And you said, when I stand before God at the end of my life, I would hope that I would not have a single bit of talent left and could say I used everything you gave me. And I think, I think that everyone needs to remember that and live by that. So honestly, sorry, Sam?
I said that is something right there that I try to live by every day. So.
Absolutely, and we all should. And thank you for being you, and thank you for everything you're doing. And I wish every single success for the single. I know it's going to do great. You deserve it.
Thank you.
And thank you. No problem. And thank you so much for meeting. And we will speak again soon. And I hope to get over to the States and see you out there.
That sounds great. I'm looking forward to it.
Absolutely. You take good care, Dustin. Thank you so much for today. See you soon.
Hi guys, it's Jess T on countryradio.uk. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and know that there will be plenty more music videos, live exclusives and performances from country music artists across the UK and beyond.